how do you suggest that these parents should create a happy space whereby they can, inculcate healthy manners in the kids?
Children are just a reflection and mirror of the parents, right? If the parent is shouting, the child will shout. If the parent is abusing, the child will abuse. Or might go into one of the extreme. Either he'll abuse or he'll get scared. One of the two.
Okay.
Right? So if your child doesn't have manners or is misbehaving, is because something in that environment doesn't have manners and is misbehaving. So for them to create a safe space, first let's understand what is safe space. A safe space is an area or a conditioning that's created, like a house environment that's created that we are not worried about our basic needs. Now, what are our basic needs? It's the clothes, the food, the shelter. That's our basic needs, right? Once that is taken care of, then it's the other thing about like feeling, talking. You shouldn't be worried about how can you say this to your father? How can you say this to your mother? How can a child know? The child is just saying what the child feels. So what we're doing is we're bowing those feelings down of that child, saying that in the words of manners, you can't say what you feel. And then now the space is not safe because somewhere I'm only validated. The child is only validated when he or she says loving words.
Or words which we want to hear.
Or words that the parents have said are acceptable words. Right? But if the child says their own words, suddenly this is not the right thing to do. Now, how is that a safe environment, right? So it's about validating all the feelings. Maybe the child is having an anger feeling. Maybe the child is having a feeling that he or she is scared. Why are we not allowing those feelings to surface? We keep pushing it away, saying these are, when we used to study back in the day, in the textbooks, there used to be something known as good feelings and bad feelings.
Right.
Happiness and all were in good feelings, sad, anger, crying, all of them went into bad feelings.
Right.
We have been taught that growing up, that there are good feelings and bad feelings, but all feelings are feelings and all feelings are validated. So today, with conscious parenting coming into the picture, a lot of parents are normalizing it. They themselves cry, they allow the child to cry, they say sorry to the child. They say, okay, I made a mistake. Mama has made a mistake. I'm sorry. So the child knows that, okay, fine, people can make mistakes. People can cry. These are normal things to do. They're not shied away from this.
Absolutely.
So that is creating a safe space, allowing all feelings, allowing all energies without shaming a child for feeling. And it's a child, yeah.
Even for adults, feeling is a feeling. Yeah.
It's a feeling.
And it's a medical fact that every body part is a seat of emotion.
Yeah.
So if God has created the body part, created an emotion which is related to that body part, so expressing that emotion cannot be bad.
It's never bad. Expressing it is what makes you strong.
Yeah.
It might look weak, which is why people shy away from it.
Right.
But it's actually the most,
strength.
it's so much strength in saying, if you ask someone, how are you?
Yeah.
They've said, I've had a bad day. That is strength.
Yeah.
The person asking, how are you, doesn't know how to deal with it.
it.
Because we've not been equipped with that kind of knowledge of allowing anyone to be who they are. So this is a safe space. If you say I'm having a bad day, I'm like, okay, do you want to talk about it? No, it's fine. That's a safe space. I've allowed you to say, hey, you've had a bad day.
Yeah, I think, I am so overwhelmed that the way you have defined the safe space, we always thought safe space were about securities and all.
Yeah.
This is the safe space, right? That today you want to talk about it, tomorrow you don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah.
But when the child has the confidence, okay, it's okay for me to talk or not talk, they will come back and probably talk, right?
100%. Because the child also maybe doesn't understand what they're going through, right? But if they have constantly seen their mother or their father expressing their opinion, and I don't mean expressing in the sense like taking a glass and throwing it against a wall.
Yeah.
Expressing from the time they feel pain and from the time they feel hurt. If they have seen it, that's why I say children are a mirror of the adults in the house.
Right.
So if they've seen it, they will do it. They will. Maybe they didn't understand today, but 5 days later, they will come back and say what was bothering them. 100%.
You know, हम लोग इतने easily कहते थे parents and children के लिए communication, not realizing the depth of communication till how you're explaining it. This is communication.
Yes.
Even silence can be communication, right?
It's giving space.
Absolutely.
It's not like what's
That
happening,
is
what's happening, what's
communication.
happening. Yeah. Give space. It is communication. And it's very
Absolutely.
interesting to see how easily the child can develop through just giving space.